Hello and welcome to our channel. We're going to tell you a story. My name is Aisha. I am 20 years old. I live in a small town with my mother and two younger brothers. We don't have a lot of money, but we are close. My mother is very kind. She always teaches me to be patient, to love with care, and to believe in good things. Last month my life changed. A man named Horace came to our home with his family. He saw me and said, "I want to marry this girl." I was shocked. I had never spoken to him before. He was 27, quiet, and looked serious. He had a job in the city and a small house. My mother looked at me and said, "It's your choice, Aisha." I was scared, but I saw something kind in his eyes. Said yes. We got married in a simple ceremony. There was food, music, and some flowers. I wore a white dress. Everyone said I looked beautiful. But in my heart I was nervous. I didn't know him. I didn't know how life would be. That night, after all the guests left, we came to his home. It was small but clean. He opened the door, let me go in first, and said, "Welcome home, Aisha." My heart beat fast. He showed me the bedroom. There was a soft light, some flowers on the bed, and 2 cups of warm milk. He said, "You can sit. I will come soon." He went to change. I sat on the bed looking at the room. My hands were cold. My eyes were wet, but I didn't cry. I was thinking, what will he say? Will he touch me? Will he ask me questions? Then he came in, wearing a simple shirt and pants. He looked at me and smiled. "Aisha," he said, "I know this is your first night in a new place. You must be tired." I didn't speak. I only looked at him. He sat far from me, not too close. He said softly, "You don't have to do anything tonight. Just rest. We are husband and wife now, but love takes time. You can sleep peacefully. I will be on the couch if you need anything." I looked at him with surprise. He was not forcing me. He was not angry. He was calm and respectful. "Thank you," I said in a low voice. He gave me a blanket and said, "Good night." That night I could not sleep. Not because I was scared now, but because I felt something new. Respect. Nobody told me that a wedding night can be quiet and beautiful without pressure. That a man can be strong and still kind. That silence can teach a lesson louder than words. The next morning he knocked on the door and said, "I made breakfast. If you're ready, come join me." Smiled. Maybe love is not fire and noise. Maybe it's peace and kindness. And that was the first night of my new life. The next morning I stood in front of the mirror. My face was fresh, but my heart was still full. I didn't know how to explain what I felt. It was not fear. It was not love. It was something soft and new, like standing at the beginning of a story. I walked into the small kitchen. Horace was there. He had made eggs, bread, and tea. The food was simple but warm. "Did you sleep well?" he asked. I nodded and gave a small smile. "Yes, thank you." We sat quietly and ate. He didn't ask me many questions. He didn't make me feel uncomfortable. It felt like sitting next to an old friend, even though we had just met. After breakfast, he said, "Let me show you the garden." We walked outside. There were a few plants and flowers in small pots. He touched one of the roses and said, "My mother loved roses. She said they teach patience. You water them every day. You wait. And slowly they bloom." I looked at him. He was not just a man. He was gentle. He had pain in his eyes but peace in his voice. That evening we talked more. He asked about my family, my dreams, and what I liked. I told him I wanted to study more, maybe become a teacher one day. He didn't laugh. He didn't say, "No, you are a wife now." He just said, "I will support you. You should study if that makes you happy." My eyes filled with tears. Not because he said something big, but because he didn't stop my dreams. And in that moment I felt something real. That night he didn't sleep on the couch. He sat beside me reading a book. He offered to read a part to me. It was a story about a girl who found strength in a strange land. I listened. Later he looked at me and said, "I know love takes time. I don't want to rush. But I want you to know, I will never hurt you. I said nothing. I didn't say, I love you or I'm ready. But in my heart I felt safe. And sometimes that's the first step to love. The days passed slowly. We cooked together. We laughed sometimes. We argued once or twice, but never with anger. He listened when I spoke. And when I didn't speak, he understood that too. One night, maybe 10 days after our wedding, I took his hand. It was not planned. Just happened. He looked at me and asked, "Are you okay?" He nodded. "Yes, think. I trust you." He smiled, a real soft smile. He didn't pull me closer. He didn't rush. He just held my hand tighter and said, "Then I will protect that trust." That night we didn't speak much. But I slept beside him, peacefully. The lesson. Now when girls ask me, "What is a wedding night like?" I tell them, it's not about beauty or perfume. It's not about the bed or the lights. It's about feeling safe. It's about kindness. It's about someone looking at you with respect, not just love. Sometimes the loudest love is silent. And my wedding night, it was quiet. It was slow. But it was the beginning of everything I had ever hoped for. I hope you enjoyed this story. Have you ever experienced? Share your stories with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories and adventures. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.